Hi guys, at the Hann River Roadhouse where we spent the night. Few people obviously going north. Roadhouse over there for fuel. Few people out, I'd say. What time they all got in. They went there when we went to bed, which is early. So it's not a great deal to do. Caravan's a bit dusty, but not too bad. After yesterday, the roads were dry, just dusty. Trucks a bit of a wash, but still not too bad. So it goes right down there, right around, over the back. It's wallabies and that over the back. And he feeds them overnight. So yeah, it's another beautiful day on the Cape, but this will be our last day on the Cape as we head back down to, I suppose, around the centre of Queensland. We'll catch you later. Morning guys, a bit of a bounce again. We just left the Hann River Roadhouse and we're heading south down to Mount Uncle, say 8:15 in the morning. The roads have been good. There's been a couple of rough spots obviously since the traffic's picked up a bit over the last, well, since we came up here. It's getting busier and busier, and probably next weekend it'll be bedlam. That's what everyone's sort of saying. So we got up and back in the at the right time. So the roads have been really good. I aired up a little bit before we left Weipa, anticipating the roads were going to be okay, which they are. So I'm still sitting on about 80 most of the time. The road speed limit's 100, but there's no way of doing that. So yeah, at 80, quite comfortable. Cars coming the other way, just the forward drives and that, they're obviously doing 100, there's no doubt about that. But from here on in, we get a little bit of gravel and a lot of bitumen. Yeah, so it's been a pleasant trip up and back. It's not what Jeanette and I are expecting. The van's done really well. It's a bit grotty on the outside, but that caravan thing we put in, the pressurisation fan, it works a treat. So we haven't really got any dust inside at all. We've got a bit of mud up through the wheel arches inside one of the cupboards, but I've re-siliconed that. It seems to have done the trick. Wasn't much, just more annoying than anything else, because you'd like to think your van's completely sealed. But yeah, so you know, anxiety and whatever that sort of, well, you know, the normal person going up, I probably experience a little bit more. It's been comforting to know that you know, the roads were in as good a condition. I'd hate to be doing 40 k's all the bloody way. So yeah, from that point of view, for us, it was I suppose we're just lucky it was the right time. So we've got some cars coming around me now. Yeah, we're back on the bitumen. There's you know, it goes for 20-40 k's bitumen, then goes back to gravel, or it goes for 5 minutes bitumen back to gravel. Yeah, anybody that's thinking about doing it, you know, there's a lot of talk about don't take your van up. Our van's not a fully off-road van, it's semi, so it's got it has got shock absorbers in the van and coil springs, but it's only got the one. The full off-road's got a bigger tyre. We've only got 15-inch. Most off-road vans got 16, 17, and you know, dual wheels would have 8 shockers on them. We've got dual wheels with 4 shockers, but you know, the stuff inside the van sat where we put it. Jeanette's got it packed away pretty good. So all in all, it's that side of it, you know, gives us a lot of confidence, given that we're going to look at doing the Savannah Way over the next month. Once we leave down here, when I say down here, we're heading back to Mount Uncle where we stayed on the way up, because it's a great little park. Give the van a wash in Mareeba. And then we'll head out to the Lava Tubes, Copperfield Gorge, back up to the Savannah Way and across. So have a look at Normanton, etc, etc. So whereas we're sort of zigzagging a bit, that was always the plan. We can't really cut across with the van. I don't think the roads are suitable for us to cut across, but while we're down here we figured we'd have a look at the lava tubes and whatnot anyway. So all good. We'll catch you later today. The internet and everything hasn't been brilliant on the way down, as you'd expect in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, you know, we don't really know what's happening in the world, but that's all good. And we'll see you probably down at Mount Uncle. I'll say hello again. Cheers. Okay, we're just a little bit south of Laura. We stopped there, fill up. I don't know the price, $2.35 a litre. Put 90 litres in. I'll let you do the maths. This is a look out over Laura. Seen on the way up. We didn't stop, obviously. It's on the other side of the road, but yeah, it's quite a steep drive up the hill out of Laura with the van. Struggles a little bit, but then the whole thing weighs just on 6 tonnes. So, but it's looking up towards the Cape where we've just come from. Cooktown's around to the right over there. Cooktown's, I don't know, 150k, something like that. Which we really enjoyed. And that's the road way down there, if you can see it. The van's there. Not looking too bad. We finished the dust, really. So inside us, as I said earlier, we did well. Outside fared pretty good after we give it a tub up at Loyalty Beach. It hasn't really got a great deal more crap on it. Once I sealed up everything inside where we found a couple of little leaks, that's worked out alright. The truck's still doing well. So yeah, we're just living the dream. So down to, as we said earlier, down to Mareeba, give everything a wash, and then on to Mount Uncle. Just yeah, so the one thing we found, speed limit wise, probably about 80 k's most of the way on the gravel. I've just put air back in the tyres and made sure they're all good. And the other thing I was doing, which was helpful, was I obviously turned the brakes up a little bit on the gravel, especially going down into some of them dips. So it was yeah, a little bit pushing the car down into the dip. So by just turning the brakes up a bit, we solved that issue. So we live and learn as we're going, but it's all good. Yeah, so now just down to Mount Uncle for a couple of days to kick back after a week. Kicking back really in Weeper. I suppose kicking back's what the idea is all about. And then we're on to the Lava Tubes, as we said earlier, and a few other places. So all good. Yeah, hi guys, back at Mount Uncle after trip up north. So it's a good trip. Sorted out, well, it gives us confidence going forward anyway in the van. It got up there and back okay. Absolutely love this place. It's site for about 10 vans, that's all. It's a working farm. As I just pan round, there's birds, peacocks, guinea fowl, you know, you name it, it's around. They're all just sitting there eating, but the place is just green. $30 a night or something, it's perfect. So yeah, thoroughly recommend Mount Uncle and this Mount Uncle and the distillery. So today we're just popping around Atherton and Mareeba again, because we didn't really get to do too much last time because everything was shut. So we're going to spend 2 nights here and then head off to just catch up on the washing, different things. Van's had a tub, it's come up not too bad, still got red shit on it, but took about an hour and a half at Mareeba, who's got a big truck wash, caravan wash. It's absolutely gets hammered. People coming back from the Cape. Guy that owns it's there, 27 caravans through it day before yesterday. When we were there, it was just us and a couple of camper vans, but yeah, so you can get right up the top of the whole lot, clean the whole lot. So we give it a good tub. It's not it's come up not too bad. It's only going to get dirty again, but if I can keep it relatively clean. Inside was good, no dust. The dust suppression system we got put in works, so super happy with that. The silicone job fixed up the majority of the stuff just oozing through somewhere where the silicone are worn. So yeah, all good. So anxiety around that's pretty much zero now. It's you know, just capable of doing what we need to do. So just wanted to say, if anybody's thinking of camping, caravanning, or just getting away that's a little bit stuck in with life, it's amazing the number of single people that are just either pulling a camper van, tenting, and that includes women. Some of the caravan sites, you know, women got all the four-wheel drive all kitted out, obviously just touring on their own. So you know, there's plenty to do. I mean, once you get in a park, you usually meet up with some like-minded people and sort of dickheads out from the good people pretty quickly. Even here last night, there's only two other vans. Bruce, the owner, put on a big fire. We sat around that. Good people. So, you know, if I suppose people talk about work-life balances, and it's actually true. You don't have to tour for 12 months, 14 months for the rest of your life, but it's probably you know, imperative, I think, in some of the jobs like what I've had and some of these high pressure jobs, that you just get out and break it up. So don't save your long service leave up until last or whatever. Get out and enjoy yourself, because unfortunately the alternative is not too good. Anyway, we'll go off and do the chocolate place, which I'm looking forward to, and the dairy. Cheese joined as well in Atherton and Mareeba, and then yeah, we'll just come back, sit back and relax. Today and tomorrow pretty casual days, and then a couple 100 k's down to Mount Surprise with the lava tubes and that are. So alright, that's it for me. Cheers. Waiting, just let them go first over here. So we're at the Fig Tree National Park, and God knows what it is, but we're going for a walk. It's just east of Atherton. I've had a chocolate and cheese platter at for lunch at the dairy joint.
Gallo Dairyland.
That's it, Gallo Dairyland. See, Jeanette knows everything. And now we decide we better walk it off. So I don't know how far this track goes, but anyway, we're going for a wander and see how we go. Just so you can see what it looks like. Not too shabby, eh? It's actually quite cool back down here after spending a couple of weeks up on the Cape York. In fact, it was freezing last night, so and yeah, it's not cold, but it is when we spent 2 weeks in hot and humid conditions. So, oh, there's a fig tree right there in front of us. Wow, wow.
Holy dooly. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything, I just said...
I thought you said fire truck.
No, I didn't say fire truck. So,
my lord.
yeah, it's a pretty fair size. Pretty impressive for a tree. Oh, that wasn't very far to walk to. How good is that? So
that is stunning.
there. It's going to take a picture.
Good on you. I have to go and put a battery in this side.
You got your phone? You got your phone?
No.
I don't know why it's coming out like that. It is pretty amazing. Just the tree roots coming down. Or going up, whichever way they go.
Ate, gusto ko picture na nandito lang ako sa corner ng frame. Kasi naka-wide lens naman. Okay lang ba? So yung sa mukha, corner, nasa corner.
Okay, we're in Yungaburra, again just not far out of Atherton. It's the pub, and if you can see all these flowers, potted flowers, they go right down the streets on either side. There we go, you can see what the walk says. Going the other way, they're going all the way up there as well. Just on both sides. Quite amazing little place. Morning all. We're leaving the Tablelands, Atherton and surrounds, out of our little Mount Uncle Caravan Park, which was absolutely amazing. Second time we stayed there, as I said earlier. Really recommend it to anyone that's coming this way. Going to Mount Surprise, have a look at the lava tubes, and then on to Copperfield Gorge, which was a little bit disappointing. Can't really get in there, so we've got one night, but like two to do the paddle boarding as well. But anyway, you can only do what you can do. School holidays, so things are pretty packed out. We're trying to plan, take into account school holidays, but it doesn't always work, so it doesn't really matter. We've got in to do a tour for half a day, so that should take that into account. Had a few little issues. Fuses burned out on the car, just been from vibrations. It's come loose, and the leads have just been going across an arc and by the looks of it. So anyway, I fixed that this morning the best I could, so that just keeps the fridge going in the back of the truck. It's not critical, but it's critical enough. Yeah, so no gravel, all bitumen, and we're heading south still, so once we get to where we're going, that's about as fast. Copperfield Gorge will be about as far south as we're going before we start going north again. So onwards and upwards, and a fair bit more free camping, I think, as we get it back into the outback So I think it's Hippopipami crater. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's what it is there, Mount something. Hippopipami. So it's a crater at the top. We'll go around and then we'll go down this wall down to the bottom. All that green stuff. Yeah.
What's the green stuff?
Moss or duckweed or something.
That's
Interesting.
bizarre.
No swimming in that, I wouldn't have thought. There you go. Brisk walking. Not the warmest of days, but all good. Oh, then. There it's the headlands of the Hann River, flowing down through there. It's I call these spots in Queensland quite they're all fit for rainforest, but they're yeah, nice. We'll see it through there, I hope. In cassowary territory again, and look, no it's not, it's just the bush hen. Why not, mate? Go find a cassowary for us. What are you doing? You could hear this little bird, if you can see him in the bottom there, just making a racket. There we are. At the crater. Looking too bad after tub, still got some of her red stuff on her, but she didn't come up too bad. Hi guys, we're at Einasleigh, Copperfield Gorge. Bit of a bumpy road getting in, that's alright. It's truly a spectacular little spot. This we're staying at Mount Surprise, so yeah, quite pleased that we made drive. It's about 40 odd k's on gravel road from Mount Surprise, maybe a little longer. But yeah, a little place called Einasleigh, and this is what you get when you get out of the car and walk 100 metres. Pretty happy with that. The Savannah Way comes down this way of the train as well, so you can see the railway tracks in front. It's a nice swimming hole there. Not sure if the crocs in there or not. Oh, there's a fish down there, I can see it. Top of the rocks. Flickered in the sun. And take a picture.
So really?
It's all right around. It's a rocky outcrop. Car parks up the back there. We're just moving along the gorge a little bit to see what's around the bend. Basically, there's a big pool here. tiny little towns, they got a pub, so I'm not sure if this is like their local swimming hole or what, wouldn't really know, but nice flat rocks for a change. See what's around the bend in a second. So, still a Copperfield Gorge.
Good boy, mate. Yes, hello.
It's like Jeanette's found another dog, a pet. There she goes. Yeah, so this is like just a big dammed up area because the water flows through here. It's not exactly ripping through, it's extremely deep, just walking straight off the edge, you know. And it heads back up that way.
He's having a mad up there.
Truly very pretty spot. Actually, I think the water still runs that way somewhere, so there must be an outlet out through those rocks. There's fish in here, I can see them jumping, so don't know what they'd be, but they're definitely there. That's going back up towards the car park where Jeanette is. She's got full on wet season, she's fairly flowing through here. Just come up the gorge a little bit. Quite sandy underfoot, obviously. But for such a deep part further up, it's flowing quite shallow through here, not really that fast to be honest. So as you can see here, tiny little fish in the water there. They're really what we find is typical sort of outback Queensland. Quite a few people down here. Week out from school holidays. Yesterday on the road was unbelievable. Caravans, never seen so many since we left home. They were just obviously they come up through this way to Copperfield Gorge, Georgetown, and then cut across to Cairns. I don't think there's anyone left in Victoria. Where we're staying, every second car is from Victoria, so they're obviously escaping the winter. So it'll be interesting to see when we do the Copperfield Gorge and leave here. We've got lava tubes tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to free camp a night, and then one night down at the Copperfield Gorge. You know, just an unpowered site there. There's only one left. So we've got one night there. We're going to do the gorge down there. We've got a tour booked, and then we're heading back up out of there to Georgetown, the Savannah Way, and it was all bitumen to here. It got to a single lane bitumen. We're going to lose that as well the further we go along it, but that was the idea, so hopefully everything will hold up, not cause too much angst for this poor little puppet. So somebody asked me not so long back on the YouTube page what we do during the day. Pretty much we pace yourself, because you're either driving or you're stopped, and so if we've had a big day, we usually stay a couple of nights just to so we're not back in the car constantly driving, even though you're driving over new areas. You know, we look at the map, we just sort of just chill back and relax, and just take it in actually what's around, you know, It's never been here, never likely probably to be back. We figure we may as well just pull up and take our time. You know, some people say, well, would you stay there for a couple of days or whatever? Well, usually it's just because you can't be bothered driving further on. So and that's just the way we're sort of flying along. So as to you know, the name of the YouTube channel, it's where to now, we've got no idea. So we've got roads we're going to follow, but where we're going to stop and what we're going to see, we don't really know. You know, you have a few things on bucket lists and that, but yeah, other than that, it's really just what the signpost says, and it takes an inch. It's a bit like this joint. It's just on the signpost, and it's not much amount of surprise, but this was well worth the drive. So that's doing a four-wheel drive tracking over there. Look at that. She's off. Shoes on. She'll be scaling those cliffs next. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little gorge. We'll head up the other end towards the bridge, and then we might stop at the pub for lunch, we'll see. Cheers. It's our last little peak. And the rocks below. Back down to where we were before. And just a little waterfall. A spectacular sun we're seeing. It's still spectacular in its own little way. Comes the rock climber. We're doing Kalkani circuit track, 2.5 kilometres up there. There's one going up the top there.
You mainly see them when they move, but they have a white mark down each side of their faces and white marks around their hips. We should see a fair few of them up here today.
That's where we're heading. That's the Kalkani circuit track. It's up there.
We normally see about 20 of them already. And back in the day, to leave Cardwell, it took about 2 months to walk there. But they navigated off the swamp. The reason they did that because it has plenty of food, and only 2 weeks to learn all this. They dropped me with it. And my first tour by myself and the group was a full-day tour. And out the other side of the park, there's roads everywhere. I had to do a few U-turns, get my map out. Looking all professional, I was.
Still walking around the top of the crater at the top now. Good lava tubes after this. It's going into lava tube now. Rocky.
I guess you have your holiday. You can tell you just wait till I turn the run on. They complain about the tool by there, people. Yeah, you'll see all sorts of bones in them. I'll explain why and how shortly.
Thank you.
We do see tools go up there.
Oh.
We want to see that also. The torches aren't much good in here. We don't really need the torches in here, just when we go through the next couple, we'll do. Hang on to that rock, yep, put the bum on there.
So this is the continuation of the tubes down through there. When everyone gets down here, it's the walk in.
Put your boot in here.
Jeanette, she led the way. No minus hat on or anything. Braved it all.
Some of the rocks are down there we go.
So we're going up into that darkness. Interesting spot.
We come down here, come right down, come right down, get some close-ups. Get some close-ups, that colour wall, if you want to go to the east side there. Take a place, get a close-up of the back. They are all alive, they just ignore the light. But some people like to go to the end here. This is where this one is full again. It joins up with the other one down the track there. And that's his mate, laying on the ground. But go close if you want. Some cameras are better than others, so I'll take the torch away soon. Your camera will work better. The temperature in these tubes does not change at all any time of year. It will change in some of the ones that has come through because of the airflow will go through there. But every one with a dead end, that temperature. But feel free to have a look out. Have a seat. And a smoke or a scratch, what we're going to do. Well, I do say to a lot of us, I've got underground mining back. What do that going to eat? There's strict rules on this one here. It's about the only rules I have for the day. When everyone's here, I'll give us a spill. Any other time, I don't care where you walk, what you do. If you can please just shine your torch down, just so we don't, there's, see the purple? And he shakes at you to ward you off. But you see lots of them in here, the bats obviously don't eat them. But when we walk up here, we have to stay off the right hand side. From that rock there onwards, we have to take this, see this track on the left? We have to go not Indian file, we have to go single file. Not allowed to say Indian file anymore. We must stay single file on this track to the left hand wall. You're not allowed to walk out here. It's imperative you do not go out there. The further up we get, the better it looks. I'll explain when we get there. Torch wherever you want to go now, have a good look around. That's just down there. And behind me,
Oh, there's, look. There you go.
make sure you show the person behind you evidence of the dinosaurs. Make sure you show the person behind you, please.
Oh my God.
There he is.
And we've got to see a pack of bats just here. Right, they're obviously hiding pretty well. If you shine your torch back up into that gap.
Mind the rocks here, Sarge.
Where my torch is up there.
Mind the rocks.
Follow my torch up on the roof.
Rocks here.
So if you come stand where I am, you'll see them up in the gap. If you pull your torch, you pull, watch this.
Where are they?
Two above her head.
So you'll be able to see them.
Two there, just
Oh, little ones here.
yeah.
They're not the best
Another
torches,
little
but
one there.
you'll see them hiding up in their gap. Normally there's 100 or 1,000, well, hundreds of them, but they fly around. Please stay to the left, all the way out. The further up here, you'll see a good example of the floor. Please show the person behind that dinosaur, I don't know his name. I don't know what it's called. Dino, you see some more dust on the floor. You see some bat bones. There's an example of driven drill. This was melted back to liquid. And there's old frog, hanging about. He's always in that hole. He's not a toad, he's a normal frog. Show the person behind you this frog, please. He's always in that hole. And again, if you look on the right, you'll see a better example of how deep some of these things are. Walk out there.
Where is he?
He always lives there, apparently.
He's under there.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you cute? Is he under? Oh, look.
Oh.
Yeah. He looks dead.
Big. That's why he probably hasn't moved.
That's probably there. There's a frog. No, it's a...
Stay to the left, all the way to the end, and I'll explain a bit more of the other things.